All right. So we are going to go over structure today. Okay. And every week, well, my goal is to eventually be able to do this every week, guys. But I think right now we'll just start bi-weekly. I want to make sure you guys are getting a lot out of it. And I want to make sure that, this is something that you guys want to do. If you don't want to do it, like, you're not going to hurt my feelings. And I'll just be able to tell by the attendance every time we do it. So, more than anything, like, obviously this is for me to help you guys out and train you up and show you how to make this a lifestyle thing. But more than anything, I want you guys to connect, and I also want it to be a good Q&A time. So, like, if you ever have any questions for me, sorry, I'm trying to find the right where I can still see you guys, but it's not blocking up my whole screen. So if you get anything out of this, Q&A is going to be it. Okay. So day-to-day structure. Okay. I want to focus on this because I feel like this is the foundation of everything. So everything we're going to talk about, I'm going to kind of build you guys up to get that overall picture. But like, if we don't have a strong foundation, we're not going to be able to be successful long term. And that's why so many things fail when it comes to like weight loss and fitness, is because you never build that foundation. Everybody's like, what's the quickest way to get to the finish line, right? But the thing is, with this, there is no finish line, guys. Like, you're just always going to do it, right? So, and if you're thinking like, when's the finish line, that's okay. Because like, honestly, when I started with my coach, guys, like, I thought the same thing. I was like, I'm going to do 3 months with this guy. I'm going to see how it goes. And 3 months turned into a year for me. And I don't really plan on stopping with him at any time, because I saw what it's done for me. And I saw just like, even though it was just so simplistic, I really saw how it changed my life. So that's my goal for everybody here, is like, I'm here to change your life, guys. This isn't like a 6-week challenge. This isn't like, let me throw a workout at you and throw a meal plan at you. Like, this is something where the reason it's day-to-day coaching is because we all need that. We all need the day-to-day support. Okay. And that's what my goal for the whole program is. That's the point of being dialed in, is to make sure that this sticks. Okay. Because if you do my program and you don't get anything out of it, like, I failed as a coach. Okay. Cool. So let's get started here. Oh, shoot. All right. So why is this important? The day-to-day structure. Okay. So compounding interest, I was talking to Erica about this today. She's like, what's compounding interest? So we all know what compounding interest is. It's in your bank account, right? You put money in, it builds over time. It's that day-to-day like fluctuation that you get just from having it there. Okay. That's what happens in your day-to-day life. When you have that stability and the things that you do day to day, that compounds over time, 3, 6, 9 months, guys. And before you know it, like, this is ingrained in you, and it's something that you don't want to take away, like, ever. Okay. And so that's my goal. Okay. Because if you win the day, you win the week. If you win the week, you win the month. You win the month, you win the year. Okay. So you really got to think in those terms. Okay. Because a year's going to go by no matter what, guys. And it's like, you can be where you're at right now in a year, or you can be so far ahead of where you even thought was possible. Like, most people, they overestimate what they think they can do in like a month, and they underestimate what they think they can do in a year. Okay. So I'm going to repeat that. People overestimate what they can do in a month, and they underestimate what they can do in a year. Okay. Because everybody's always thinking short term. But like, if you think the long term, like, you're going to be surprised about what you can do in a year. Okay. So also, if you fail to plan, like, you plan to fail. And that's why weight loss is such a hot topic, and so many people can't get it right. Because here's the thing, is like, it's not about so much what you're eating and how you're working out. And there's so much information online, like, do these type of HIIT workouts, do keto, like, but like, the thing they don't talk about is this, the foundation. Okay. And it's not the sexy thing. It's not what's going to give you 6-pack abs in 6 weeks. But like, this is where it starts. Like, if you don't have a foundation, you can't build a house. So that's what I'm trying to preach to you guys. It's not the sexy answer. If there was a sexier way about it, I would give it to you, because our goals are in alignment. Okay. My goal is to, is to get you great results and hopefully in decent amount of timing, right? And your goal is to get those results in a decent amount of time, right? So if there was some secret about it, I would give it to you, trust me, because it would feed into what I was trying to do. So, and again, this is why it's important, guys, because most people go into their day not knowing what that day is going to look like. Okay. And I can tell from a lot of you guys already that just having that little bit of forethought before your day starts, you guys are already being super successful, like way more than you were before. Okay. And this trickles to every part of your life. It's not just the fitness and nutrition aspect, it's everything, guys. So, like, you get that part down and you start kind of thinking ahead and stop being lazy minded. Most people are just lazy minded. They don't want to think ahead because they go, well, what if it doesn't work out? You know, but what if it does? Like, you're going to be set yourself up for a way better experience in life if you just have some forethought, right? Um, and when you don't have the forethought, it does this. It causes the anxiety. It causes the stress. It causes the bad last minute choices. Like, why was fast food invented? Because people wanted something fast because they weren't planning their day ahead. Like, they didn't have, and it made it worse, really, I think. So you like really got to look at those things and think of those things. Okay. So again, a little forethought goes a long way, guys. And I know it sucks some days and you don't want to think about it. Trust me, I still have those days too, but like you have to do it. Otherwise, your goals are never going to get met. And then you're always going to feel like crappy about yourself, you know? So it's like do the hard work now and feel great about yourself, or like don't do the work and then always feel like shit, not like looking in the mirror and not, you know, like the way your clothes are fitting. Like I've felt what it feel. I think everybody in here has probably felt like what it feels like to not have their clothes fit or be like uncomfortable. Like, and that's like for me, I think it's the worst feeling in the world. Like nobody wants to not be confident. Nobody wants to be like, shit, this shirt fit like 6 months ago, and now when I raise my arms, my belly's sticking out. Like that shit sucks, right? Sorry for the language to you guys. I think you all know I'm a Marine. I'm just gonna talk. So I try to keep it at bay. I know there's probably youngins around somewhere, but um, so this starts with your morning and evening routine, guys. So you really got to think every night, like, what is my day gonna look like day to day? Okay, and you could be like, well, it's gonna look exactly like yesterday. Okay, that's even better because then it's easy, right? So like having some forethought about like, you know, what my evening routine is, I literally plug my food in every night. Hey babe, what are we having for dinner? You know, and my wife, she makes a month's worth of like meal plan just so she knows like what she's gonna cook, because that's half the problem that you guys have is you're like, oh, dinner came around and I didn't know what to cook and I didn't have anything ready. She has a plan, like, and it doesn't have to be perfect. So like every day she knows like, oh, okay, I'm having this tomorrow. So she'll pull the meat out or whatever she needs for the night before, right? Because it's just laid out there on the fridge. It literally takes her 15, 20 minutes at the beginning of every month to kind of go through what we're gonna do. Okay. So I'm plugging my food in the night before. When I wake up in the morning, I'm putting it into that spreadsheet and making sure my numbers match. Okay? So that's super big, guys, because MyFitnessPal is not the most accurate thing. It's better than nothing. But your spreadsheet's going to be way more accurate. So you want to make sure that that spreadsheet matches over the MyFitnessPal. Okay. So if you're not doing that, or like I know some of you guys, like I ain't dumb, guys. I know some of you are like waiting until the end of the week to plug all your stuff in, and that's not going to be a long-term solution either. Okay. So you need to plug that stuff in like on a daily basis. It's literally going to take you like 5 to 10 minutes. So get off of Facebook, get off of your TV, because we all do it at night. I do it too, you know, but I always make sure that like I can take 10 minutes away from the TV, from the Facebook, from whatever I'm doing and plug my numbers in. Like it's that simple, right? And if you don't know what you're going to have the next day, take your best guess and try to follow that, because when you have that plan, you're way more likely to stick to that as opposed to like just trying to wing it, guys. Winging it never worked for anybody, and it's the number one thing that's making people fat and overweight. Okay, you can blame it on sugar, you can blame it on fat, you can blame it on the processed foods and all of that. It's lack of planning. Because if you can have whatever food you want, you're within your ranges and still drop weight and still have the physique you want, it's not the food, it's the lack of planning. Like, don't demonize food for that because I eat what I want, but I just have a plan for it. All right. So
As a,
contemplate work day. Work day is gonna be. Do you got something, Taylor?
I just wanted to say, as a coach, I can better help you meet your goals if you fill out your spreadsheet daily. Like it is that important. I can't stress it enough.
Yeah, for sure. Because like your coaches aren't going to be able to help you if you're just winging it. Because then we got to take guesses or our calculated estimation based off of what you're putting in there is going to be way off. And then you're gonna be like, why am I not getting results? So you got to do your part because obviously, like, we can't do that part for you. But like, give your coaches the best fighting chances that they have because like you guys all seen it. This last week I really loved the coaching side because I've seen people getting stuck a lot, and it's fun because I'm like, we're gonna see what you're made of right here. Like let's go. Are you gonna cry about being stuck and try to do something on your own that I didn't tell you to do, or are you just gonna trust me? If you trust me, the ones that trust me, John didn't lose shit for like 4 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. And I said, let's keep those numbers, do a high day here, da da da, boom, out of nowhere, 4 pounds gone. He never questioned me once. He's just like, he knows I know what I'm doing. He's worked with me for like the last, I don't know, it's been almost like a year now or something. So, um, but like you guys got to be good students too. So we got good coaches on board, and I'm overseeing everybody. And I've been doing this for a decade, guys, so I know what I'm doing. But you got to be a good student, okay? It's just like anything. If you have a shitty student, they can't be taught. So yeah, think about your work day the next day too. Are you gonna go out to eat with a coworker? Things like that. Like these are all the things that need to go through your head the night before, and it doesn't take that much work, guys. It's literally just thoughts in your head. Contemplate workout the night before as well too. So I'm always looking up my workout, what I'm gonna do the day before. So you guys got the Trainerize app. Maybe you're doing your own thing. That's cool, but have a plan of attack because if you don't have anything planned, you'll be like, well, this is normally my workout time, but I didn't have anything planned, so I'm just gonna do a half-ass workout. Maybe I'll just skip today, right? Mm-mm. So go to bed on time. This is the big one, guys. Like, I don't think a lot of people realize how important going to bed on time is. Okay. Sleep is everything. Like, and you know how much sleep you need to be a functional human being. So if you're like not doing the things you need to prepare yourself for bed, to get up at the right time, like that's huge, guys. That's going to affect your hormones. It's going to affect your stress levels. It's going to affect everything. Okay. You could bust your ass in the gym and eat clean, eat right. And if you're not going to bed on time, not getting no sleep, like that's going to play a role. It's not just what you're eating and how you're training. It's all of this stuff. This is why we have all of this on the spreadsheet. All right, cool. I hope you guys are finding this, valuable. And I hope it doesn't feel like I'm just lecturing you. Like if you feel like that, like just chime in anytime you want. Like, hey Matt, I really try to get on bed on time. Like it's all open discussion on this, okay? All right. So morning and evening routine, this is huge, okay? So waking up on time and going to bed on time. So morning routine, an evening routine is kind of like what I told you. You're plugging your stuff in, you're getting yourself ready for bed. You're going to bed at the same time every time, right? Even on the weekends, guys, and it sucks because the weekends are like our excuse to sleep in. Like I'm up within an hour of uh of my regular time on the weekends too. And it's not because I'm like some hard charger and I just want to work all the time and whatever. It's because I know that like if I sleep in on Saturday and Sunday night's gonna roll around and I'm not gonna get to bed till 12 because I got too much sleep. And then Monday's gonna roll around and I'm gonna feel like shit. And then that's going to roll into Tuesday. And you see how easy your whole week can get messed up. But when you're dialed in, that's why I say dialing in, guys, because when you're dialed in, everything's the same and you just feel great all the time. The only time that you're ever going to be thrown off is things outside of your own control. Get sick, something happen, like whatever. Like, but like if you're controlling the things that you can control, you can always be dialed in, guys. So So that's why it's super important to go to bed at the same time and wake up relatively at the same time, even on the weekends, okay? So if you're one of those, like my brother's the same way, he says Sunday night, it's just hard for him to go to sleep and stay asleep. And it's because he's sleeping in on the weekends, and he knows it. So early morning hydration, I drink one of these every morning. I wake up, okay? You should be doing your meditation every morning. We have that on the spreadsheet now. So that's a newer, updated spreadsheet. If you guys are wanting that, let me know. If you don't have that one, I can get it for you. But it just lays out everything that should be in your morning routine, and it's plug and play. So that way you guys can just make sure you do it. Your coaches will keep you accountable to doing it. I really like my meditation early in the morning because it's when my mind is more clear. The last thing I'm going to do when I wake up in the morning is get on this thing. I don't even look at this thing for the first hour and a half to 2 hours that I'm awake, okay? Because what happens when you have this, guys, like this is a new thing, okay? This wasn't like this like 30, 40 years ago where you have the world screaming at you as soon as you wake up. So the worst thing you could do is go look at this. Like, and 90% of people, when they first wake up, they go like this. They scroll through Facebook. They go through their text messages. It's the worst way to start your day. If you do not get anything out of this whole presentation, get this. Do not start your day by looking at your phone. Like, do not even look at it. Have it somewhere else. For me, I can just have it in my hand and not look at it. I do my meditation. I do my drinking water. I do my spreadsheet. Literally, I'm up by 4:45 every morning. I don't look at this thing till 6:30, 7 o'clock. Okay. It's super important, guys, because this is going to throw you off. Whether you know it or not, you're going to find something on there you don't like. It's going to put some negative thoughts in your head. You're going to find something on there that you do like. You're going to have to find something on there that makes you sad, makes you happy, makes you glad. Like all these emotions tied into this little device. Okay?
Hey, Matt.
Yes, sir.
So you tell me not to start my day with that, but I get a message every day at like 6:30 you on Voxer.
6:30 in the morning?
Yeah, you want to push that back a couple hours?
Don't look at it, bro. Don't look at it. I can wait. I just got to do my thing. When I get up in the morning, guess what? When I do get on my phone, I'm not going on Facebook. I'm checking on you guys.
Yeah.
I want to start my day, and that's how I end my night. If you notice, I'm messaging you guys at like 9:30 at night, right before I'm about to go to bed. And I might message you, and you don't hear back to me in the morning because I'm like, I'm just checking in. Like, I'm not going to look at this all night before I go to bed. So that's another terrible habit that you can have is having this in front of your face. Okay. Man, I only got 10 minutes left. I need to upgrade my account. You guys seeing that?
No.
Okay. Well, I got 10 minutes left. Apparently, Zoom's going to kick me off otherwise. Dang, that sucks. I didn't know that.
We can relog again.
Yeah, I mean, if everybody's cool with relogging, because I'm not close to being done yet. Well, I mean, I'm decently close, but I still want to have plenty of time for Q&A and not feel like you guys are being rushed. So yeah, if you guys would get back on in 9.5 minutes, that'd be great, and we'll just pick back up. But
So I have a question.
yes, ma'am.
I don't know what you're talking about when you say a spreadsheet.
Who's that talking, Blanca?
Yeah.
So Blanca, I think you came in right before we started doing the spreadsheet with Shelby. Let's get together after this call, and I'll get you the spreadsheet, okay? Because I think you'll be really dialed into that spreadsheet because you're a great student. Like you're just gonna do everything we tell you to do. So.
Buddy,
Okay.
bye. I'm in the meeting. Get out. Bye. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're good, Normina. Normina just signed up today, guys. Tell her what's up.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Hi,
Kayla sent me
Noreen.
the spreadsheet. I didn't get chance to look through everything, but I did kind of just glance at it. So I will study the spreadsheet tomorrow and try to add everything I need to add.
Yeah, any questions, just ask Coach Taylor. You can also message me. Guys, I'm available on Voxer for all of you guys. Like, that's one thing that you get with this, too, is even if I'm not your direct coach, like, message me anytime, night or day, because my number one goal is just to take care of all of you guys. I want to make sure every one of you is having a superior experience, okay? All right. So back to the PowerPoint here. Early morning hydration, that's huge too. So you're essentially fasting at night, meaning no food or no water. I mean, you're doing that for 8 hours. Anybody ever think about that? Like, man, we sleep for 8 hours. That's just crazy to me. Like, that's just a long time to be doing
Not
this.
great.
Um,
And then Michael Basinger and sorry.
no, you're good. Oh,
I know half the people on here from when we were kids, so my
yeah.
mom just walked in.
Oh, okay. Tell her I said hi.
Hi, Matt.
How are you?
Good.
Good, good, good.
And Erica Morel.
We gotta get her in the.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. So,
Hold on, let me
No, I don't want to see you.
somebody have a question? Good. Okay. So plug your numbers into the spreadsheet in the morning as well too. That just sets you up for the day. You kind of understand what's going on. I've talked to a few of you where you're like, I plugged my numbers in off my MyFitnessPal after the day was over and I went over on my calories. That's why you got to do in the morning. So, like, oh, I need to take away this or I need to add this. Like, that's just going to help you. Okay. And this is my morning routine, guys. Like, I know it's not going to be perfect for everybody to do all of this and that type of thing. But like, it really has just set me up for success for my day. Like, a morning routine is so important. And it's like, if you're not getting enough time in the morning, guys, you got to bite the bullet and just get up earlier. Okay. Because it's so important. And if you go to bed earlier because of it, like, you should be exhausted by the end of the night. And if you're not, like, you need to check what you're doing for your morning routine because, dude, by the time my head hits that pillow, I'm done. Like, you can't even wake me up. Like, my wife will be like, yeah, the daughter got up. And I'm like, what? And this is coming from a Marine that, like, is taught not to sleep heavy. Like, I'm lights out now. I used to not be like that, but it's because I have this, I'm so dialed into this. All right. So, cool. Got about 5 minutes left. I don't know how much on this spreadsheet. Okay, cool. So meal structure. Okay, this is a big thing that I saw people kind of having questions on and how to structure their meals. Okay, and we give you guys the recipes. If you guys need more recipes, like, we can produce those in mass quantities. That's not a big deal. But at the end of the day, you got to learn what's going to work best for you. Okay, so we can give you the structure, but like, you got to pick the food and you got to understand like how it's going to work for you in your day, because we're not living your life. We're not on the construction site with you. We're not behind the computer with you. Which brings me to another point is that, like, guys, with COVID, like, this is the best time to figure this crap out because a lot of you guys are working from home anyway. So like, if you can't structure your day while you're working from home, like, it's going to be a lot tougher doing it in the office. Because when you're at home, you're right by your refrigerator. Like, you can have stuff in there all the time. You can make stuff on a whim. Like, it's not going to get much easier than this, guys. And hopefully for those of you that like being home, it just stays that way. I think it will. But like, this is a time to learn these tools and these habits. Okay. These skills, like weight loss and muscle gaining, it's a skill, guys. And that's what most people won't tell you is like, yeah, you got to learn these skills to get where you want to go. Okay, and that's why most people can't do it or can't keep it off because they never learned the skill. They just worked out really hard or cut their carbs or something like that. Like, they didn't gain any skills. Like, by skills, I mean structuring your day, by weighing your food, by knowing what calories are, by knowing what macronutrient. These are all skills that we're going to teach you over this period of time. Okay, we're going to break it down super easy. You just got to do the work. Okay. So breakfast, shake, lunch, shake, dinner. Okay. This is like the Barney style, like as simple as it can get meal plan. Okay. Meal structure. Okay. Notice I didn't tell you exactly what to eat in here because you guys got to figure those out for yourself, but I'll show you how to set up your macronutrients for each plate. So carbs, fats, proteins. But like, if you eat a breakfast and you eat a snack and you eat a lunch and you eat a shake and you have a dinner, like, you're going to be pretty set up for success. Your calories should match up decently. Your protein intake should be decent. Like, at the end of the day, it's calories first and then it's protein after that. Okay. Honestly, to be completely honest, the fats and the carbs don't really matter a lot, guys, as long as you stay under those calories. Okay. would like to hit those numbers just because it kind of gives you more structure. But like even me, I've been doing it for so long, I typically just focus on calories and protein, okay? Because those are the two biggest indicators for weight loss and muscle maintenance or muscle growth. Any questions on that at all? Does that make sense to everybody? Like how to structure
What
that?
kind of protein shake do we need to use?
Good question. So I honestly, I like Quest protein. You can get that at Hy-Vee or any supplement store. Anything that has at least 20 grams of protein and around 100 to 120 calories is going to be a good protein shake. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Good question. All right. Next slide. If nobody has any questions on that, if it's going to let me go. There we go. All right. So we have the structure. Okay. So again, carbs, fats, and protein, guys. I'm not going to dive too deep into macronutrients because I'm actually probably going to do a whole presentation on that at another time. But just know that you need about 20 grams of protein at every meal for most people to be able to hit. Like somebody like Mike Basinger, he's a big guy. I mean, you're going to need like 30 to 50 grams of protein at every meal. So you need to eat, man. But you guys, ladies especially, at least 20 grams per meal. Okay. So this is kind of a simplistic breakdown of what like your breakfast, lunch, and dinner could look like. So egg whites, you know, a veggie here, and then a carb here. Okay. You can add fats, and that's why like that's the goal is for you guys to be able to play around with this and find out what's the best fit for you. Okay. Once I find a good breakfast, I typically don't switch my breakfast too much. Once I find a good, you know, snacks, I don't switch those too much. It's really the lunch and the dinner that are alternating for me at least. And my dinners or my lunch is always what I had the night before for dinner. So it makes it super simple when I'm putting it into my fitness pal. So simplicity is key. It's when you think you got to eat something different every single day is when you're going to have trouble. If you're that person, that's fine, but you just know you're going to have a little bit more work than everybody else. But learning this and planning and knowing that like, hey, I want to go out to eat. It's my anniversary day. Okay. So if I was going to go say that, and I know we're going out to eat, I do a little bit of work, do a little detective work, find out exactly where we're going. Most of that stuff's already in my fitness pal, plug it in, and then I work around that. Okay. So like if you're going to have a big meal or something that's going to be high calories, work around that meal. If you're going out to lunch, put that in first. Work your dinner, your breakfast, your snacks around that. Okay. Because that's just going to be a lot